So later you tell us what this is about. Yes. Now, let's begin with celebration of excellence in service and honor to deserving public servants. That's to a deserving public servant. The 12th Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Professor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe, has bowed out after end of his tenure. To celebrate him and his contributions to the growth of the university, Unilag staged a valedictory session in honor. The event featured a series of activities which included the launch of his memoir titled The Captain Steering the Ship Above Murky Waters. Let's share the story by TVC senior correspondent Sharon Ijason with you.
It was a moment of pouring of accolades on the outgoing Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos, Unilag, Professor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe. At the valedictory session to mark the end of his tenure, members of the university community spoke about his numerous achievements despite several disruptions during his tenure as the 12th Vice Chancellor of the institution.
I say without any fear of contradistinction that our unions have enjoyed tremendous cooperation, understanding, and harmonious working relationship with the university administration under the leadership of Professor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe.
You guided this campus as Vice Chancellor on sometimes bumpy and a very difficult road, but you never faltered your resolve. You did well. You treat the University of Lagos as school, as business-like, and you sustain tradition that is well laid by your predecessors.
In the 60 years of university.
The Deputy Vice Chancellor Development Services, Professor Ayodele Asenua, shared the agenda of Professor Ogundipe with the audience themed Unilag.
When he was coming in, he defined for himself an agenda using the mnemonic Unilag. I can always say with a certainty that the scorecard will show you that indeed he did deliver.
What I was looking at was the end, not the beginning. I was focusing on the end. That God, I want my end as your representative, as the Vice Chancellor, to be glorious. Even when people have started.
For many stakeholders in the university system, Professor Ogundipe's research and innovation-driven management, as well as repositioning of Unilag, is a roadmap that provides deep insight into 21st century learning in Nigeria.
This is lovely. Well done.
In Lagos, Professor Ogundipe presented a book to the public titled The Captain Steering the Ship Above Murky Waters.
He's a captain that has touched so many lives, and the expectation is that he has not yet finished. He has so much in his kitty. If somebody in 5 years can draw about 17 billion into the covers of a university via research grants, I think that person deserves more than just being left not to be useful to Nigeria.
The event, which was well attended by dignitaries from different spheres of life, acknowledged the achievements that the Vice Chancellor was able to record within 5 years.
I did not meet him on murky waters. I met him on smooth waters. My tenure with him for the past 1.5 years has been a very smooth one.
Professor Ogundipe is a kind person. At all times, he's working with the University of Lagos as his focus. Is he perfect? Certainly not. But who is? But he's always working from the point of view of putting University of Lagos at a higher level.
After the book review, the Vice Chancellor unveiled a strategic partnership with an indigenous automobile company aimed at ensuring that students from various faculties are exposed to 21st century learning.
That there is need for us to expose our students to that space of industry where they will be able to perform, they will be able to do well in their area of interest, either electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, and in other parts of engineering.
By being here is to research and develop world-class components and technology. Research and development is the bedrock of advancement in technology. We need to take it seriously.
A scorecard of Professor Ogundipe as the 12th Vice Chancellor of Unilag was presented at the valedictory service held at the institution recently.
And formally present his book to the
The Governing Council of the University of Lagos Unilag recently announced the appointment of Folashade Ogunshola, a professor of medical microbiology, as the 13th Vice Chancellor of the institution. Professor Ogunshola officially take over the leadership of the institution from the 12th Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Oluwatoyin Ogundipe. During the valedictory session in his honor, Professor Ogundipe said he is excited to announce the first female Vice Chancellor of the institution.
Your time to become the 13th Vice Chancellor of the University of Lagos is now!
Professor Ogundipe informed the public that he will still be around to contribute to national development in any capacity.
I have emptied myself so as to move the university forward. That is the sacrifice that I made, and I'm still ready to make, because it's about institutional loyalty. That's what I believe in, and that was why I did empty myself to move, so as to move the university forward. I want you to know that I'm still around, and I will be ready to serve this country in whichever capacity they want me to serve. And I will be available to you, DK, and all the journalists, because honestly speaking, you have really assisted us to letting the world know what is going on in this university.
The university management reaffirms its commitment towards research and innovation to ensure repositioning of Unilag as a 21st century learning center in Nigeria.
Professor Ogundipe, Jude, this is a man that ran into the murky water of politics, and he survived it. And if he hadn't survived that onslaught, that would have been the end of his career. But thank God for God.
Yeah, some people, when that sort of thing happens to them, they even commit suicide. Especially if you realize that you didn't commit the offense for which you were punished, for which you were vilified. He was removed. Not many people come back to their seats after being removed.
They were just removed like that, and that's the end of the story.
But God fought for him, and he was vindicated, reinstated, and was able to finish strong. Anybody who can generate the kind of money that he generated for Unilag through research grants from home and abroad must be someone really special. And as I was listening to people on the day, some of them were saying, look, you still have a lot in your locker for your country. So our country must do its best to discover people who are useful. Today, Unilag has its own microfinance bank. So many good things have happened since 2017 when this man, this Lafiaji boy, as his friends like to call him, climbed the saddle. And you can see that he's also handing over to someone who believed in his dream. That was the woman who was made VC in acting capacity. And people were telling her, look, your time has come. Your time has come. They wanted her to work against the Ogundipe. And she said, no, my time has not come. When my time comes, God will show me that indeed my time has come. But for now, my time has not come. Today, she's been rewarded. She's become the substantive...
the next 5 years.
Yes. She didn't have to work against the man who was there. The senate of the school was firmly behind Ogundipe. He found a way to rally people around him. Remember the day that they had light problem in Unilag, and he raced to the hostels to solve that problem. The students were singing his praises. They were hailing the VC. It doesn't happen often because students by nature are very radical. But they were singing his praises, and they appreciated the fact that he went straight to solve that problem. That's the kind of person that Unilag had as a VC for 5 years. And the school is upwardly mobile. The school is now regarded as the university of choice, you know. He has left the university in a good place, and his heart, in my view, is also in a good place. And I'm confident that Professor Ogunshola, daughter of the father of geography in Africa, Professor Ogundipe, will do a good job as VC of Unilag.
Sikia, when you look at the trajectory of this man, and he's finishing strong.
Yes, he is, and he did. And it remains a fact, that Unilag have been lucky in the kind of vice chancellors they've had. Remember in those days when we were growing up, Professor Jayi, and so many of them. Yes.
Nuruddin Alao,
yes.
Professor Jalili Omotola,
you know.
Bidakobe.
That's the one I want to remember.
Jalili
yes, Bidakobe. And Unilag has been a citadel of knowledge. When we are growing up, especially those of us that schooled in Lagos, our first choice of points will always be Unilag. But fortunately, unfortunately, they just thought that when we are asked
or catchment area.
when I was in the Bobby College, and we were asked to feed, it's always Unilag. We feed all of us Unilag, but you know what Unilag used to be. But it's good that they've kept that tradition. More so, this Vice Chancellor had a lot of problems. Not that from forces that you even expected, but from internally. Where I expect the Pro-Chancellor of the university was at loggerhead with him, and a lot of things, to the point that a presidential panel was raised to investigate him. In fact, when it gets to a presidential committee or panel being raised against you, it's as good as you are gone.
Almost gone.
You are almost gone.
Anytime they even suspend you to come back from that.
To even make it worse, an acting vice chancellor was appointed. And that is one thing I like about the woman. Just as Jide rightly said, the woman said, my time has not come. When is my time?
There are a few people like that. Some people
some people are so crave for power.
Yes.
They want to grab immediately. She will do everything humanly possible. In fact, I remember vividly, I think it was, the registrar of the university then. Yes, was one of those that were seriously
he
compromised himself a lot. So they're good enough.
And see the relationship between the incoming.
You will see that they are very. You can see the and you can see he's looking at her like a sister.
See that I am stricter than him.
You see,
when I put my foot down, I've made up my mind. That's it.
But the beauty of it is that let us also know that the two foremost universities in Lagos now are being run by women. The Vice Chancellor of Lagos State University, where I attended, is also a woman. And what you have to know is that when women take over saddle of leadership, especially in the tertiary institutions, there will always be different. Remember Grace Alele Williams?
Uniben.
Very strict.
Very, very strict. In fact, today, those of us that we did attend Uniben knew what was happening. We know that
he was always in the
news. He was always in the news, more than any other. So I'm happy that, and good enough, I wish the the man is not old, and it's not old. From what I'm saying, if you look at him, you see that
This
is somebody that can
still
contribute.
good to go.
When we are talking of without trying to promote and work, this is the kind of people you take the Minister of Education, either as a minister or whatever, because they're already in the system. The problem we've been having, just as we're having, some of those that we appoint as ministers are people that have not been within the system, who don't know don't have the capacity how university runs. Don't know, you know. Most of this thing is personal relation.
National University Commission.
Yes, or National University.
Yes.
These things are personal relationship. This is not a man that become executive secretary of NUC or minister of education, and he call meeting with students and we walk them away because he runs in the system. So we wish him well. We wish University of Lagos well, and we just believe and hope that the academic session will not be disrupted again, because that is what we are praying for. Because of this ASU crisis and the rest of them. Apart from even the chairman of ASU. And the SANU, you see that all of them were working together. Industrial harmony. There was so much industrial harmony.
It shows that the man is actually on top of the game.
He's a good man.
Congratulations to him. Congratulations to him.